few hours from race time, and none of these guys want to have to pull out a backup truck. Well, we might get our answer here, Vince, as far as we're going to see really big packs or not.
Ross Chastain making his season debut. The 41 truck for Nice Motorsports, going to run maybe a half a dozen or so for Nice this season.
A lot of momentum there. You saw him pull up to the 99 of Ben Rose with a big run. Has Stuart Freeze in the 52 truck behind him. Ross getting a little extra track time, and man, has he been burning it up in the Cup Series.
Second and third the last two races.
Doing a great job over there for Trackhouse and Justin Marks.
Been really impressed with the Trackhouse effort all season. Had a quick look at that 18 truck. Chandler Smith from Talking Rock, Georgia, which is about 90 miles away.
What's the population? About 750 or something?
In Talking Rock, it's actually like 109. It's a township inside Jasper, which, you know, has about maybe 1,000.
Small.
Yes, very small. Yeah. Back to Josh.
Yeah, an update on the 17 of Ryan Preece. We talk about speed here at this track. He says he feels very fast and very stable in the pack. He said his truck sucks up really well, but he did feel a slight vibration, so that's something they did want to address before the race.
Well, that's why you have practice. Sort out those issues. You can make some adjustments after this practice. Not a lot, but some.
Essentially, these trucks will be gridded on pit road, and our normal race configuration, you'll be a 20-minute practice, 10-minute break, and then qualifying. And those adjustments are what these teams will be able to do here. They essentially went through inspection last night. So these trucks are really impounded. They can make minor adjustments.
Track bar, wedge,
about anything
pressure.
they could do on a pit stop. On a normal pit stop is what they were allowed to do. So NASCAR officials will keep a close eye on them. If they have any issues, then they can go to a NASCAR official and say, hey, we have some serious issues. We need to make more major adjustments, and they probably would lose their starting spot.
Hey, we mentioned earlier that there was a tire test here in January. John Hunter Nemechek and Grant Enfinger, Tanner Gray doing the testing. Do those three drivers have a significant advantage, or does this 40-minute practice session kind of negate what any advantage they might have had?
I think they had an advantage for a lap or two, as we see a good run, a good push from Ross Chastain to Ryan Preece. I think they may have had an advantage, and I think maybe their teams had a little bit of advantage. Obviously, John Hunter part of KBM, Grant Enfinger part of GMS. I think, and Tanner Gray obviously part of David Gillen Racing. They might have had a little advantage because of that, so how they dropped their trucks. But as you can see right now, things look pretty even to me.
How about that push we saw, and you made note of it? We're going to see a lot of that during the race today. I mean, bumper to bumper.
I think we will. I think we'll see a lot of that. I think we'll see a lot of side drafting. We'll see a lot of the same things that we saw, or that we see at Daytona Talladega. Here's another view of it right here. You see a little bit of a push, a little bit of bump drafting there, and that just propelled Ryan Preece out in front of the four of John Hunter Nemechek. And John Hunter Nemechek is out there running wide open, and those guys are able to make the pass on him, which is what we see at Daytona and Talladega.
Boy, how about the opening to the season that Nemechek has had? He has run so well and been really in position to win both races, and instead has two finishes outside the top 20.
And led a lot of laps in both races.
Boy, and that's Austin Wayne Self. That is not what you want to see. Can't tell.
We didn't hit nothing. Went through the grass. Probably got 4 flat spotted tires. I don't know if a tire went down there or what, but I mean, it almost felt like a right or left rear went down.
Good news, though. No contact, as we heard the spotters say. So put another set of tires on and he'll be good to go.
Disaster averted there. As we said earlier, last thing you want to do is wad it up here in this practice session. You've got so little time to get things repaired prior to the race, as you see just kind of the tail end of what's happening with Self.
Yeah, we heard Austin Wayne say he thought he might have had a rear tire go down. That left, I can't really tell. They appear to be up, but they could obviously be down on air pressure.
Tyler Ankrum, the fastest. Matt DiBenedetto